Your phone right now is a god. It has the power of God. It's a drug dealer. It's a strip club. It's a casino. You have access to every vice on your phone. One click away, one swipe, one tap away. It's why Christopher Nolan does not have a cell phone. Your life has been hijacked by technology, by video games, by social media, by YouTube, by everything. All these things saying, you should get this newest thing. You don't need any of that. It's not going to bring any joy. So you got to figure out a process how to consume less. And that starts with wanting less, right? Time to block your phone. I think there's at least 4. When I tell myself I'm enough, first thought is, no, you're not enough. Here's all the ways where you're not enough. You didn't get that part, or your art got rejected, or that girl rejected you, or that guy didn't want to be friends with you. There's a laundry list of things where I wasn't enough. But it doesn't matter if I get rejected or I get accepted.
Don't say that!
That will never change the core of who I am, the soul of me. Perfectly imperfect, unrepeatable miracle of the universe. This feels like the end of something, right? As old systems die and disappear, are we gonna let that ruin our happiness? Are we gonna let that destroy who we are? If you know who you are as a person, then it doesn't matter what happens on the exterior, on the interior. It doesn't matter. What people think about me is none of my business. What I think about myself is all of my business. So we need more connection. We need deep connection. I said before about forgiving. Like, there's no one you've ever met that forgave someone, or you know what, I'm gonna be the bigger person, that regretted that. That was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did the right thing. So you could do that for others. Why can't you do that for yourself? I sob when I see that. That's the purest form of love I could see, forgiveness. And then in that moment, I have hope and faith in humanity. So share that. Share your kindness, share your compassion. Mentor kids, sponsor kids. Meditate. You have to meditate. Don't let anyone tell you, this is the right way. You meditate the way you need to meditate. I'd sit in a car with the air conditioning on really cold so that I wouldn't fall asleep. And I would use the automatic chairs to move up and down so I could pretend like I was like on a spaceship while listening to the soundtrack from Drive. Very meditative music, the psychedelic experience. You could do a mantra. You could like say the phrase over and over till it loses all meaning, till it loses all meaning, till it loses all meaning. Both. Just look into it, whether it's transcendental meditation or anything, just do it, okay? It has to be part of your daily practice. 888, okay? I've already told you to block your phone, and that's huge what I'm asking you, but then you pick 8 albums, 8 movies, and 8 books, 8 weeks, and that's all you watch, and you just appreciate those 8 over and over. I watched Armageddon so many times in this last 8 weeks, and I cry every time Bruce Willis sacrifices himself for Ben Affleck. Liv Tyler's hand to the static television. No, daddy, come back. Anyways, do the 888. These are all things that I've done that have worked. Next one is a tough one. You guys ready? Touching a nerve somewhere. Give away your greatest possession. I've done this. I've given away a house. I've given away cars. I've given away jewelry. Zero regrets. I've given away my favorite super expensive comic books that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. You can't take it with you, right? We are just custodians of stuff. You're like, oh, my grandfather gave me this, or I have this thing and it's worth money. It's like, you've spent time with it now. That's not your identity. That's not who you are. This isn't an easy talk today, right? Because the stuff I'm asking you is drastic. And that's what we need right now. That's what we're going up. I'm asking you for drastic change. Why are you asking us to give away your greatest possession? When you do that, you'll see that you never needed that in the first place. And you're going to see the joy that it brings. And I'm not saying give it to anybody. Give it to someone else who wants that thing. Give it to them. See how happy that makes them. Then they're like, wow, that guy was really generous. And that'll change that person. See what happens when you live in a selfless world like that instead of a selfish one. You don't know when you're going to die, so do it now. Do it right now while you're alive. You never know what you're going to do and what it's going to lead to. In the moment, you might be having a hard time going, I want to kill myself, or this is pointless, or I don't understand the meaning of why life is so unfair and cruel. And you don't know because God has a plan. Oh my God, you sound like Jane Choe right now.
Listen.
Here's a fun one. Learn how to cook. You should know how to cook at least one epic meal. Learn how to sing one song that you're really good at, that's in your vocal range that you can do, and it's not like a joke. everyone turns around and does a double take, you're like, whoa. I know I can be verbose and loquacious, but look.
Dave, are you going to say live every day like it's your last day?
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm going to say. I know people who have died, have gotten a bad report from their doctor saying they're going to die in a year or something. Some of them did die and some of them lived. When you're safe and you're comfortable, you act a certain way. When you think you're about to die, or that you're about to get fired from your job, or you know that your girlfriend or boyfriend's about to break up with you, then you all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got nothing to lose. And then you hit this radical level of honesty. I'm a liar. I've lied about tons of things. But the thing is, lying is a survival tactic for me. In the environments that I grew up with, if I didn't learn how to lie, I'd be dead right now. Lying is ingrained in me. So for me to just say stop lying, well, now you're just asking us to be delusional. Just stop lying. Just stop lying completely. It's so refreshing. You go to sleep at night without that level of anxiety and making stories to cover up those lies. I want you to reach a new level of radical honesty, the same type as if the doctor just told me you have a week to live. You could be honest with people, but that's our friends, Tony and Timmy.
Who's that, Dave?
Tony and Timmy are tone and timing. You could tell truths, hard, uncomfortable truths to people if you pick the right time to say it, not during a fight, not during a tense, in a quiet, peaceful time, and with the right tone. You might be a sensitive artist, but you're tough. You can take it. This I know about you. Words hurt, right? But you heal, right? You don't need to lie anymore. Your body heals. Time heals all wounds. You have nothing to fear.